Have you ever wondered, why is it that some people seem to live under a lucky star? Opportunities fall into their laps, doors open before they even knock. Success flows to them as naturally as breathing, while others, maybe you may be, someone you know, struggle, push, fight, chase. Success as if it's a ghost that vanishes the closer they get. You have been told, work harder, grind more, hustle longer, and yet deep down, you know, there must be more. There must be a higher law at work. And there is. Here's the truth: the masses never understand. Success is not something you chase. Success is something you attract by the person you become. The invisible force that determines your destiny is not luck. It is not connections. It is not talent. It is the magnetic field you create with your thoughts, your beliefs, your emotions, and your actions. You are already a magnet. You are attracting into your life right now. Not what you wish for, not what you beg for, but what you are. Your outer world is simply a mirror of your inner world. If there is chaos outside, it is because there is chaos inside. If there is abundance outside, it is because there is abundance inside. You cannot fake energy. You cannot trick the universe. You cannot beg success into your life while thinking thoughts of doubt, fear, or scarcity. Your thoughts are sending signals. Your emotions are sending frequencies. Your actions are building momentum either toward your dreams or away from them. And until you shift your internal magnet, you will continue to attract the same life, the same struggles, the same frustrations. Think about it. A magnet cannot attract gold while it is tuned to attract iron. A low-frequency mind cannot pull in a high-frequency life. You cannot walk around thinking small and expect to live big. You cannot dwell in fear and expect to attract bold opportunities. You cannot carry resentment, envy, anger, and expect success to flow freely to you. It does not work that way. It never has. As Napoleon Hill taught us, whatever the mind can conceive and believe it can achieve. But the mind must be trained. The belief must be unwavering. The conception must be vivid, clear and saturated with burning desire. You cannot hope casually and expect extraordinary results. You must command your mind with relentless intention. You must ignite your emotions with burning faith. You must align your daily actions to the destiny you have declared. Success does not chase anyone. Success responds to who you are becoming. You were not born to chase like a desperate beggar. You were born to attract like a king, like a queen, like a creator. Of worlds inside you lies a magnetic force waiting to be unleashed. A force that once activated will draw in the people, the resources, the circumstances, and the miracles needed to fulfill your destiny. But hear me, you cannot wait. You cannot wish, you must decide. Decide that today you stop chasing. Decide that today you start becoming. Decide that today you activate the magnetic power that has been sleeping inside you. Because when you shift your mind, you shift your world. When you raise your thoughts, you raise your results. When you tune your frequency to success, success cannot help but find you. No more running, no more begging, no more living. Small, you were not made to crawl. You were made to soar. And today you begin the greatest journey of all, the journey of becoming a living magnet for success. So stand tall, open your mind, open your heart, open your spirit. Because what you are about to learn today, if you apply it, will transform your life forever. Let's begin. The greatest discovery of the modern era is not the splitting of the atom. It is the realization that thoughts are things, not just fleeting clouds passing through your mind, not just whispers of imagination, but real forces, powerful magnetic creative forces shaping your reality every single moment. Everything you see around you was first a thought, the buildings, the businesses, the breakthroughs. Before the plane soared across the sky, it was a thought. Before the light bulb illuminated the darkness, it was a thought. Before fortunes were made, cities built, mountains conquered. They were all first conceived in the invisible workshop of the mind. The invisible always precedes the visible. And here's the secret: most never understand. Your thoughts are not passive, they are active, they are alive, they are magnetic. Every thought you consistently dwell upon sends out a frequency, a vibration, a signal to the universe. Positive thoughts attract positive outcomes. Negative thoughts attract negative circumstances. It is not personal. It is not emotional. It is law. If you think abundance, you become a magnet for abundance. If you think poverty, you become a magnet for struggle. If you think strength, you attract challenges that will forge you stronger. If you think weakness, you attract circumstances that will break you. The mind is a living magnet. It attracts what corresponds to its dominant vibration. And whether you believe this law or not, whether you use it consciously or unconsciously, it is operating in your life right now. Every day, every hour, every moment, you are planting seeds with your thoughts, seeds of greatness or seeds of regret, seeds of expansion or seeds of contraction. Your present reality is the harvest of the seeds you planted yesterday, and your future reality will be the harvest of the seeds you are planting today. If you want to change your life, you must first change your thoughts. No outside change can compensate for an unchanged mind. No new relationship, no new job, no new city will give you what a new mind can. As Napoleon Hill declared in Think and Grow Rich, more gold has been mined from the minds of men than has ever been taken from the earth. Your mind, your thoughts are the richest mine you will ever possess. And yet most people treat their minds like junkyards. They allow fear, doubt, jealousy, anger, resentment to clutter their thinking. They wonder why success seems elusive, why happiness seems fleeting. It's simple. You cannot grow roses in a field of thorns. You cannot plant seeds of scarcity and reap a harvest of abundance. You must become the master gardener of your own mind. You must uproot every weed of negativity, every root of fear, every thorn of doubt, and you must plant daily intentionally seeds of faith, hope, love, ambition, courage. Water them with affirmations. Feed them with gratitude, protect them with discipline, and watch how the magnetic field around you begins to shift. Watch how new opportunities begin to appear. Watch how the right people, the right resources, the right circumstances are drawn into your orbit. Because thoughts are not idle. Thoughts are invitations. Thoughts are magnets. The universe does not respond to your wishes. It responds to your dominant thoughts. And today, you are given the power to choose what you think. You can choose thoughts that lift you higher. You can choose thoughts that align you with the life you desire. You can become a deliberate thinker, a conscious architect of your destiny. Or you can remain a victim of random, chaotic, fear-driven thinking and live a random, chaotic, fear-driven life. The choice is yours. The power is yours. Control your thoughts and you control your magnetism. Control your magnetism and you control your destiny. It all begins and it all ends in the mind. What you think about, you bring about. So I ask you, what are you thinking right now? And more importantly, what will you think from this moment forward? Faith, the eternal elixir, the invisible force that has moved mountains, conquered empires, and turned the impossible into the inevitable. Without faith, nothing is possible. With faith, all things become possible. Faith is not weak. Wishing faith is not hoping. While doubting, faith is not timid. Faith is bold. Faith is fierce. Faith is unshakable. Faith is believing beyond reason, beyond logic, beyond evidence. It is believing when your eyes see no proof. It is standing firm when the world tells you to sit down. It is moving forward when every voice around you screams, "Turn back." Understand this. Every man and woman who has achieved greatness without exception first built an inner empire of faith. Napoleon Hill said it plainly. Faith is the starting point of all accumulation of riches. It is the foundation. It is the fuel. It is the magnet. Without faith, your thoughts are powerless. Without faith, your dreams are dead on arrival. But with faith, even the tiniest seed of it, you unlock forces within and beyond yourself that can create miracles. When faith is present, fear flees. When faith is active, doubt dissolves. When faith burns brightly, obstacles become stepping stones. The world will try to shake your faith. Circumstances will rise against you. Failures will mock you. Delay will test you. And in those moments, you will be tempted to give up. You will be tempted to believe that maybe, just maybe, you were foolish to dream so big. But hear me now, the darkest hour always comes just before the dawn. When it seems that all hope is lost, when it feels that nothing is working, when you are at the brink of surrender. That is the moment when your faith must roar louder than your fear. Faith is not just feeling good when everything is going well. Faith is standing strong when nothing seems to be working. Faith is looking into the storm and saying, I don't know how, I don't know when, but I know it will happen. Faith is the courage to act even when you feel afraid. It is the courage to speak your dreams even when others laugh. It is the courage to persist even when you have every excuse to quit. Think of the greats. Henry Ford had no formal education, no money, no backing, but he had faith in a vision of a car for the common man. Thomas Edison failed over 10,000 times in his experiments, but he had faith in the vision of bringing light to the world. Abraham Lincoln faced defeat after defeat, but he had faith in a cause greater than himself. Without faith, they would have been just forgotten names in dusty books. With faith, they changed the course of history. And so can you, but faith is not a one-time decision. Faith must be renewed daily, fed daily, strengthened daily. How do you build unshakable faith? By speaking words of victory even when you feel like a failure. By seeing yourself succeeding even when your outer world shows no evidence. By associating with those who lift your faith higher, not those who drag it down. Faith grows through repetition. Faith grows through movement. Faith grows through standing tall every time you feel like crawling. The more you act in faith, the more faith you build. The more you trust in unseen possibilities, the more visible your success becomes. And soon you become a force so strong, so magnetic, so undeniable that even mountains move to make way for your destiny. Faith transforms you from a beggar to a builder, from a dreamer to a doer, from a victim to a victor. So I ask you, will you live by fear or will you live by faith? Will you listen to the doubts around you or will you listen to the burning truth inside you? Because hear me clearly, your faith is either pulling you toward your destiny or your fear is pushing it away. Choose faith. Nurture faith. Live by faith and watch as the impossible bends before you. Because when you believe without doubt, when you walk by faith and not by sight, you don't just become a magnet for success, you become unstoppable. Thoughts are the blueprint. Faith is the foundation, but emotion is the fire. Emotion is the fuel that electrifies your magnetic field and charges your dreams with irresistible power. Without emotion, thoughts remain cold. Without emotion, faith remains weak. Without emotion, action becomes mechanical and lifeless. Emotion is the invisible force that breathes life into your vision. It is not enough to think about success. It is not enough to believe in success. You must feel success in every cell of your being. When you think about your dream, it must set your heart on fire. It must stir something so deep inside you that the thought of quitting becomes unbearable. It must awaken a hunger so fierce that no obstacle, no failure, no rejection can put out your flame. Napoleon Hill said it clearly. There is no hope of success for the person who lacks a burning desire to achieve. A casual desire, a lukewarm wish, a polite hope, these are powerless. Only a burning desire charged with unstoppable emotion creates the magnetic field strong enough to pull your dreams into reality. Ask yourself, when you think of your goals, do you feel excitement or indifference? Do you feel a pulse of life or a dull sense of obligation? Because if there is no emotional fire, there will be no magnetic attraction. Emotion is the signal that tells the universe you are serious. Emotion is the energy that cuts through the noise of a distracted world. Emotion is the power that lifts you above the crowd of the average. The universe responds not to your words alone, but to the emotional intensity behind those words. When you declare, "I will succeed," say it with the force of a soul that will not be denied. Say it as if your life depends on it, because it does. Your emotions must be trained just as your thoughts are trained. You must learn to evoke strong, positive, empowering feelings at will. How? By saturating your mind daily with images, words, and experiences that feed your desire. By focusing not just on the what of your dreams, but the why, the burning, all-consuming reason behind your mission. Ask yourself, why must you succeed? Why must you rise? Why must you refuse to settle? Find a reason so powerful that it shakes you to your core. A reason that makes mediocrity impossible. A reason that brings tears to your eyes and fire to your chest. And then every day tap into that emotion. Breathe it, speak it, feel it. When you visualize your success, don't just see it, feel it. Feel the pride of victory. Feel the joy of freedom. Feel the power of becoming everything you are meant to be. Let your emotions become so strong that they overpower fear. Let your emotions become so vivid that they drown out doubt. Let your emotions become so relentless that nothing and no one can pull you off your course, because emotion is energy and energy is magnetic. A heart on fire attracts miracles. A soul ablaze draws greatness. A mind lit with passion moves mountains. So do not live cold. Do not dream half-heartedly. Do not act without soul. Set yourself on fire, and the world will be drawn to your flame. You are not just building a life. You are igniting a revolution, first within yourself, then within the world. Fuel your thoughts with unstoppable emotion, and you will fuel your magnetism. And when your magnetism is unstoppable, your success becomes inevitable. The fire is already inside you. Fan it, feed it, unleash it, because the world is waiting, not for another ordinary person, but for a blazing force of nature. And that force is you. In a world of drifting souls and wandering minds, there is one force that cuts through the chaos like a lightning bolt. It is the rarest quality. It is the fiercest weapon. It is the strongest magnet known to man. It is definiteness of purpose. Without a clear, burning purpose, you are like a ship without a rudder, tossed by the winds, aimless, lost. Without a clear, burning purpose, you are a weak magnet, attracting nothing but confusion and disappointment. But with a definite purpose, you become unstoppable. You become irresistible. You become a living force of destiny. Napoleon Hill declared, "There is one quality which one must possess to win, and that is definiteness of purpose, the knowledge of what one wants, and a burning desire to possess it." Definiteness of purpose transforms the ordinary into the extraordinary. It turns wishes into plans. It turns dreams into action. It turns random energy into concentrated power. When you know exactly what you want, when you see it, feel it, taste it, with every fiber of your being, you begin to radiate a magnetic force that draws everything necessary into your orbit. The people, the opportunities, the resources, the ideas, they're all summoned by your certainty. But when you are vague, the universe is vague. When you are confused, the universe is confused. When you are divided, the universe is divided. Clarity is power. Purpose is the master magnet. Think of it. When a river flows freely, it meanders, it drifts. But when that same river is channeled through a dam, the focused energy can light up entire cities. Your mind is no different. Your thoughts, your emotions, your actions, when aligned behind one clear, definite purpose, create a current so strong that no obstacle can withstand it. Definiteness of purpose gives you direction when others are lost. It gives you persistence when others quit. It gives you courage when others tremble. And here is the secret. You don't need to know how you will achieve it. You only need to know what you are committed to achieving. The how will reveal itself to the mind that refuses to waver. The bridges will build themselves under your feet as you walk forward. The doors will swing open before you when you dare to knock with unwavering resolve. But the first step, the step most refuse to take, is this. Declare exactly what you want. Write it down. See it in your mind's eye every day. Feel it as if it were already yours, and never, ever let it slip away from your consciousness. What is it that you desire so deeply that you would think about it day and night? What goal is so sacred that you would endure any hardship, overcome any obstacle, climb any mountain to achieve it? Find that goal, own that purpose, and burn it into your mind with fire and steel. Let no day pass without moving closer to it. Let no fear distract you. Let no failure define you. The universe honors clarity. The universe rewards focus. The universe serves the bold. Be bold. Be clear. Be definite. And soon you will find that the things you once chased are now chasing you. Not because you begged for them, but because you became the person who could not be denied. Definiteness of purpose turns you into a magnet so powerful that life itself bends in your favor. So I ask you, what is your purpose? What are you willing to stake your life upon? Find it, claim it, live it. Because definiteness of purpose is not just the secret to success, it is the key to power, fulfillment, and legacy. And it belongs to those who dare to decide. Purpose without action is powerless. Dreams without motion are dead. You can think the right thoughts. You can feel the strongest emotions. You can believe with all your heart. But if you do not act, nothing changes. Action is the bridge between the invisible and the visible. It is the mechanism through which your thoughts and beliefs are transformed into results. You must move, you must act, you must step forward, even if the path is not fully clear. Because success belongs not to those who wait, but to those who move with purpose and power. Think about it. Electricity without connection is useless. Water without flow stagnates, and potential without action decays. When you act consciously, deliberately, with intention, you amplify your magnetic field. You show the universe you are serious. You declare by your movements, I am ready, I am willing, I am capable, and the universe responds. Opportunities find you in motion, not in hesitation. Breakthroughs find you while you are building, not while you are waiting. Waiting for the perfect time is the death of dreams. Waiting for the perfect plan is the enemy of greatness. There is no perfect time. There is no perfect moment. Now is the time. Now is the moment. You do not need to know every step. You only need to take the next step, and then the next, and then the next. Each conscious action builds momentum. Each small step compounds into unstoppable force. And understand this, it is not enough to act randomly. It is not enough to act reactively. You must act consciously, with clarity, with focus, with intention. Ask yourself before every action, is this moving me closer to my purpose or further away? If it brings you closer, do it boldly. If it pulls you away, cut it ruthlessly. Your energy is precious. Your time is priceless. Your actions are sacred. Do not waste them. Do not squander them. Do not let the trivial steal from the essential. Live deliberately, move with purpose. Act with power. Every email you send, every call you make, every book you read, every conversation you have, every risk you take, it all matters, it all builds, it all compounds. The man who acts with conscious intent becomes a giant in a world of drifters. The woman who moves with purpose becomes a lighthouse. In a sea of confusion, action crystallizes intention. Action energizes faith, action magnetizes success. No more hesitation, no more procrastination, no more excuses. Stand up, move forward. Act as if success is inevitable, because it is if you refuse to quit. Remember this, the dream is free, but the hustle is sold separately. You must pay the price in action, in discipline, in persistence, and when you do, when you move with conscious, powerful, relentless action, success is not just possible, it becomes unavoidable. A single spark will not start a lasting fire. A single drop of water will not carve a canyon, and a single action will not build a destiny. Persistence is the secret ingredient. Frequency is the hidden law. It is not what you do once that defines your future. It is what you do, consistently, relentlessly, tirelessly. Day after day after day, persistence is power. Frequency is force. Persistence builds momentum. Frequency strengthens your magnetic field. And without them, even the brightest dream will wither and die. Understand this, the universe responds to steady signals, not to random wishes, not to occasional bursts of excitement, but to the drumbeat of daily unwavering intention. When you persist, when you act with frequency, you are carving your destiny deeper and deeper into the very fabric of reality. You are sending a message every day, every hour. I am serious. I will not back down. I will not give up. And the universe, powerful, responsive, exact, begins to align itself to your vibration, but only if you persist. Most people fail, not because they lack talent, not because they lack opportunity, but because they lack persistence. They get excited for a moment. They get started for a week. They take a few steps, and when the first obstacle appears, they quit. They break the frequency. They disrupt the signal. And so the dream slips away. But not you. Not anymore. From this moment forward, you make a sacred commitment. I will persist. I will show up daily. I will strengthen my magnetism every single day. Even when it's hard, even when it's boring, even when it seems like nothing is happening. Especially then, because persistence is not glamorous. Persistence is not loud. Persistence is the quiet, stubborn refusal to quit. It's the extra call you make when you're tired. It's the extra page you write when you're uninspired. It's the extra mile you walk when your legs are shaking. It's the repeated, relentless decision to move closer to your dream. No matter how small the step, no matter how slow the progress. And here's the miracle. Persistence compounds. Every day you persist, your magnet grows stronger. Every day you refuse to quit your pull becomes more powerful. At first, nothing may seem to change. At first, it may feel like pushing against a wall. But if you persist, if you keep pressing, if you maintain your frequency, the wall cracks. The resistance weakens. The breakthrough comes. It always does, but only for the one who refuses to stop. 3 feet from gold, that is where most give up. 3 steps from victory, that is where most turn around. Not you, not anymore. You will persist. You will maintain your frequency. You will strengthen your magnet until success has no choice but to surrender to you day by day, step by step, beat by beat. Persistence is the hammer. Frequency is the rhythm, and success is the wall you will break. So I challenge you, persist when it's easy. Persist when it's hard. Persist when no one is watching. Persist when no one is cheering. Persist, persist, persist. And soon the world will marvel at the unstoppable force you have become. There is a limit to what one mind alone can achieve. There is a ceiling to the power of a single individual operating in isolation. But when 2 or more minds come together, aligned in purpose, synchronized in spirit, united by burning desire, something extraordinary happens. A third invisible force is created, a greater mind, a mastermind. And this mastermind has a magnetic power far beyond anything you can generate alone. Napoleon Hill revealed this timeless truth. No 2 minds ever come together without thereby creating a third invisible, intangible force, which may be likened to a third mind. This is the secret behind every great movement, every great empire, every revolution of thought, science, and business. It is not the work of one, it is the combined, magnified force of many. You must understand, if you want to become unstoppable, you must not walk alone. You must align yourself with others who are burning with the same fire. You must connect your mind with others who think boldly, act courageously, and refuse to settle for mediocrity. Because energy is contagious, belief is contagious, courage is contagious, but so is doubt, so is fear, so is negativity. Choose your associations as carefully as you choose your dreams. Surround yourself with those who lift your vibration, not those who drain it. Align yourself with those who strengthen your magnet, not those who weaken it. Ask yourself, are the people around me feeding my faith or fueling my fear? Are they amplifying my vision or shrinking it? Are they reminding me of my greatness or making excuses for my smallness? If they are not pushing you higher, they are pulling you lower. There is no neutral energy. You must be ruthless. You must be decisive. You must be willing to walk away from anything and anyone that diminishes your light, because your destiny is too important. Your calling is too sacred. Your dream is too precious. Find your mastermind. Create it if you must. Build alliances based on shared vision, mutual upliftment, relentless ambition. When you connect with the right people, your courage multiplies. Your faith deepens. Your magnetism grows exponentially. You see possibilities you would never have seen alone. You attempt feats you would never have dared alone. You become capable of achieving dreams that once seemed out of reach. This is not just motivation, this is law. Energy multiplies when it is aligned. 2 horses can pull 3 times the weight of 1. 2 aligned minds can accomplish 10 times the results of 1. Imagine what 3, 5, 10 aligned souls could do. Imagine the magnetic force you could unleash. A mastermind is not a luxury, it is a necessity for greatness. So start today. Seek out those who ignite your spirit. Collaborate with those who challenge you to grow. Walk with those who demand your very best. And in return, be the kind of person who lifts others higher. Be the kind of energy you wish to attract. Be the lighthouse, the spark, the force of belief in the lives of others. Together connected, aligned, unstoppable. You will become a magnet for miracles, and the world will not stand a chance. You have been searching for the secret, searching for the formula, searching for the breakthrough that would change everything. But today, you realize the truth. You are not searching for something outside of you. You are not lacking. You are not missing anything. You are already the magnet. Everything you seek, the success, the wealth, the opportunity, the fulfillment, it is already seeking you. It is already vibrating toward you. It is already waiting for you to claim it. The only question is, are you tuned to the right frequency? Because life does not give you what you want. It gives you what you are aligned with. It gives you what your mind demands, what your emotions project, what your actions affirm. You have learned that thoughts are magnetic, faith is magnetic, emotions are magnetic, purpose is magnetic, conscious action is magnetic, persistence is magnetic, mastermind, alliances are magnetic. And when all of these forces are aligned, when you think right, believe right, feel right, act right, persist right, connect right, you become unstoppable. You become inevitable. You become a walking, breathing force of nature. You no longer chase success. You attract it. You draw it to you. You pull it into your life with the invisible force of certainty. This is not theory. This is not fantasy. This is law. The same law that governs the stars in the heavens, the tides of the oceans, the rising and falling of empires, the law of attraction, the law of magnetism, the law of consciousness. And you are the operator of that law. You are the master of your destiny. You are the captain of your soul. The world may shake, circumstances may change, challenges may arise, but your magnetism remains, your power remains, your destiny remains, because greatness is not something you acquire. Greatness is something you awaken. And today it has been awakened in you, so rise, stand tall, walk boldly, move through the world as a magnet for miracles, speak as a magnet for success, act as a magnet for abundance. Let your energy announce you long before your words do. Let your presence shift the atmosphere when you enter the room. You are not chasing, you are attracting. You are not begging, you are commanding. You are not hoping, you are knowing. From this moment forward, you live from the truth that you are already enough. You are already powerful. You are already magnetic. And the life you desire, the life you deserve, the life you are destined for is already rushing toward you. All you must do is keep thinking it, believing it, feeling it, acting on it, persisting in it, until what you once imagined becomes what you now live. You are the magnet. You are the force. You are the miracle. Now go out there and claim the life that has been waiting for you all along, because it's yours. It's already yours.